I kind of feel like a man. You know how like a man is just there to hustle for the coin and they just like men have money? It's like, yeah, because they're not spending it on so much makeup. Like, hey there, my handsome and pretty little Cobras, and welcome back to the Cobras Nest. For those who are here new, my name is Mignon Cobra and I make minimalism videos. So today's minimalism video is actually going to be another makeup rehab video, and I'm going to be talking about what it's been like 2 years of not buying any makeup. I also wanted to share with you guys the points that I was going to share back in my 1.5 update. I never got around to it, so I'm just going to stick those tips in here as well. So let me go get it. I'm going to be talking about 4 points, and if that sounds good to you, then let's get right into this video. Let's get it. Let's go. Woo. Number one, and I think this is the most major one, and that's why I'm going to put it first. I want to give you guys the good stuff right off the bat, and that is more makeup is not going to increase my beauty. That was like such a hard pill for me to swallow, guys. Honestly, you may not know this, but my other YouTube channel is a makeup YouTube channel, and I think I have all of 12 subscribers. It was such a hard pill for me to swallow that I was never going to be a beauty blogger. My biggest inspirations, I guess, idols are Wenji and Amber Schultz, and they're just so beautiful, and they put on makeup and they look amazing. And for me to realize that me buying more makeup was not going to make me more beautiful was just such a shocking revelation. And then it kind of led down a rabbit hole of me asking myself deeper questions like, why is it so important for you to have to be beautiful? Like, why is beauty the most important thing to you? And upon that, I discovered pretty privilege, and I made a whole bunch of videos on pretty privilege. I'm not going to get into that here. I haven't bought makeup just because I kind of realized, okay, like an extra eyeshadow palette is not going to magically transform me into like Megan Fox. So I was like, okay. I know that that may be a bit tough love, but like that is something that helped me a lot. I have saved so much money. Okay, number two, I had so much money left over. I never really took into account how expensive makeup was. I mean, like I consider my shopping purchases as a minimalist on the lower end of makeup purchasing, just because I'd seen people who could run a tab of like $31,000. It's like, that is a lot. And I know to maintain like the Rouge status, you have to spend a lot of money at Sephora. So I do know that makeup is quite expensive if you buy it firsthand. I think there is a market for secondhand makeup goods. I didn't have access to that in Asia. So for me, I had to buy everything new. And yeah, you do save a lot of money. Like a lipstick, $23, an eyeshadow palette, $30 to $40. Like it adds up. And just not having bought any of it, I was like, that's a lot of money in my pocket. I've been able to do so many other things. Been able to like eat better, go out more often, eat at restaurants, just have money saved. It's just like, I kind of feel like a man. You know how like a man is just there to hustle for the coin and they just like, men have money? It's like, yeah, because they're not spending it on so much makeup. Like, I'm not saying you have to go cold turkey and you can never buy makeup ever again. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, like, for me, one of my issues was I would buy makeup that I really didn't need with money that I could use for like other more useful things. Okay, number three, I kind of realized I really couldn't resell my makeup the way that I can resell clothes. Like makeup, once you buy it, it's one of those kind of like consumable goods that really don't have too much resale value. So like for me, as you guys know, I love to buy luxury makeup. I'll show you guys some of my favorite luxury pieces. And I kind of realized that there's actually, unlike maybe the leather goods, luxury makeup has next to no resale value. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm not here trying to buy my makeup to resell it, but it just kind of made me realize like it's just a consumable good. Like it's just an expensive consumable good. And like don't think like I'm hating on it. If I ever need to repurchase makeup, I still am going to buy luxury makeup. Like I'm not going to sit here telling you I'm not. But it's just the awareness aspect is the game changer. For me, I just was like, okay, listen, Nat, if you're going to buy it, understand that that is just money that you have forfeited, that you're not getting back, that this is not an asset. This is not an investment just because it says, you know, Dior or YSL on it. You're not putting your money to good use. Just understand that. And that has helped me a lot with like culling down the amount of makeup. I don't even have a makeup collection anymore. I literally have like a little makeup bag with like my staples, and I do my looks, and like that's it. Makeup is just there to enhance my looks. It's no longer a collection or like I'm investing, or it's like sometimes we see makeup as kind of like an investment of some sorts in like our beauty, in our collection. You know, it's like it gives back. But for me, I realized that it's not, and so I stopped treating it as such. And if it's not an investment, I'm not going to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on makeup. Okay, number four, I don't have to deal with the expiring rat race anymore. Guys, when I was doing Project Pan, just knowing how tight some of these windows were, especially for like the more liquid products, you would have like 6 months to kill these products off. And if you have a big collection, you can't really finish it off that quick. Like anybody who's ever had like taken like a decent stab at project panning, you guys know that it's extremely difficult to kill off some of these products within the expiration dates. You have to be using it, like applying it and using it like 2 times a day, every single day for like months on end to make any sort of decent dent. And I did project pan for about 4 years. I had a longer project pan than I did a no makeup buying, but it was from the 4 years of makeup no buying that it just left me so scarred that I was like, I really never want to have a large collection ever again, because to have to force myself to use up that sheer amount of products was just like, I couldn't do it anymore. So because of that, that was one of the bigger reasons why I just stopped project panning and bringing in new things into my collection, because I was like, I just can't keep up with the expiration dates. Do you guys remember when I made that like spreadsheet where I wrote down the expiration dates, and it was like so many products had expired, I hadn't even finished half of it, and it was like, it was just wasted money. I didn't even get like my full use out of it. I was like, yeah, no, these are consumable goods. I just think about it as food. We don't have food collections, so we really shouldn't be doing that with our makeup. So at my 1.5 mark, what were some of my thoughts? And I'm going to share them with you guys. I had 5 thoughts. Okay, the first thought that I thought was that like I was finally pretty enough for me. I know that sounds like really stupid and sometimes really obvious, like duh, but you guys need to understand that I derived a lot of my self-validation from what other people thought. Like I didn't think you could think yourself pretty. You're only pretty if other people say that you're pretty. So for me, it was really important that I, keep up appearances and make sure that I look good and, I look banging and all of that. But honestly, deep down inside, I never really felt like I was enough. And like that was definitely like a me struggle. That's something that I had to work on, and I have been spending the majority of my minimalism journey, so about the past 8 years working on that, kind of detaching my self-worth from my external appearance and kind of self-validating myself. So for me, not buying makeup in these past 2 years has really allowed me to just finally say, yeah, Nat, I think you're pretty, and letting that finally be enough. Okay, number 2, and I mentioned this point too, but yeah, I was really happy with how much money I saved. I think if you guys are wondering how much I ended up saving, I think I would spend about $500 a year on makeup between the little purchases here and there every month. So yeah, I saved about, half a grand. So I guess in 2 years, I saved about $1,000 on makeup. Wow, $1,000 is nice. I could take that and I could eat quite well. Okay, number 3, I realized health is the most important thing. Those extra 20 minutes that I used to use to do my makeup, I don't really wear much makeup anymore except for these videos. I actually ended up using those 20 minutes to go for a run, and I think that is extremely important for your health, especially as you get older. I'm in my 30s now, so for me, maintaining my health is extremely important, much more so than when I was in my 20s. When I was in my 20s, I ran for aesthetics. Then I took a 4-year break from running, but now that I'm back to it, it's like it comes from a different place. It comes from a place of like luxury and a place of like self-care and a place of like putting myself first and like I'm priority. I feel really good when I go for my runs, and I'm like between a 20-minute run, which has like good health benefits, versus like 20 minutes slapping on plastic on my face. I'm kind of in a place where it's like, you know what, I'll take the 20-minute run. Number 4, obsessions were never good. I think I had a really unhealthy obsession with my makeup. If it had gotten to the point where I was like, oh yes, I think I should be buying makeup instead of buying food. And for me, I've kind of been using my Zen to kind of help bring myself to a place where it's like, nah, you should find a healthy medium with these things. That's why I still do have makeup, and I do plan to buy makeup in the future, but I just kind of have finally found that healthy balance for myself, which is like not constantly buying makeup. I have a rule now that I don't buy a product till I finish a product. So that has been really good. And I know that will take me months, even years to finish some of these products. Like if you guys have a project pan, you know what I'm talking about. Some of these products take years to finish. So it is really nice to no longer have these obsessions. The middle road, moderation is key. I have some makeup. I just don't have these like obsessions with having a large collection or having a beauty YouTube channel or something like that. It's not for me. It didn't really work out, and I've made my peace with that. And the 5th thing is I've actually developed new habits and new hobbies since makeup is not at the forefront, which is a major thing. If you guys have been following me for a couple of years now, you guys know that makeup is really was a big part of my life. I'll be honest, it is still a part of my life. It's just not as big anymore. Some new hobbies that I've taken up plants. You guys have probably seen on my Instagram, I have a bunch of plants. I have avocado plants, I have a succulent, I have a couple bamboos, and it is really nice because I feel like that is probably like something healthier. It's not so time consuming, and I don't feel a sense of competition with my plants as I do with my makeup. My makeup always felt like I was competing against other women, like who could be the most beautiful, and it's so so unhealthy because I would use it to like take selfies and post it on Instagram to like self-validate myself, and I just don't do that anymore. Like my Instagram, as you guys have seen, I even started cutting my face out just to kind of like detach myself from that, just realizing that like I am a worthy individual and my self-worth does not come from my beauty. So I hope that this video could have helped you out. I wish you the best of luck if you are on a low buy and a buy. Comment down below how it's going for you. I'd love to read it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.